Good morning, good evening, good afternoon, wherever you are around the world. Right now, for me, it's 3 minutes to 7 p.m. Okay? I went to the store and I bought a couple of things. And you already know, if you go into some of my video, you will see I love to buy beetroot. So this is the beetroot that I bought. There it is, if you don't know what's a beetroot. Sometimes it comes with the stem. There it is, with a lot of stem on it. And then it comes with the leaves. I'm going to show you all the leaves that it comes with. So normally the leaves would be like this. Like this. So that's the beetroot by itself. I'm not going to do anything with this today. I already take care of it and put it in the fridge. But this is how the stem is. It's beets. It's beets, you know. So I cut this off from the stem and I wash the stem off properly and I soak it in. This time I just use some salt water. Normally sometimes I would do it in baking soda, but this time I didn't. I just put some salt water and the leaves right now are still soaking. So to cut the story short, this is how I do it. Some people in Jamaica would know what I'm talking about. I put the stem and I literally take off those little things, see? Off of the stems. Because I am not going to waste this stem and throw it away because this is very good. You know what I'm saying? So I'm going to show you the things that I take off from the stems. And then I try to cut it, make it be short because a lot of these stems were very long. Even longer than this. So what I did, I cut the stems in half, like that, and this is how I do it. I just strip it. Strip off that little thick skin that's on it on the outer part. See? Totally. Just like how you do callaloo, if you know what's callaloo. You know? And there's many other vegetables that you can strip it the same way too. You know, there it is. So you take off all that thickness off of it, and then we're going to cut it up. So this is the last piece. I already did a lot. And if I were to do that in front of you, it would take a whole lot of time, you know, so that's why I left just those few there for you to see. You can do the same thing. Not everywhere you'll find the stem on the beetroot, but when they sell the stem on the beetroot, with the leaf, it's a little more costly. But when you buy the beetroot, even though that's costly still now, I don't understand why it's so expensive. $3.29, that's ridiculous, you understand? But anyway, so this is the last of the stem that I did. Let me put these back in the water over there, and then when I reach to that, I will let you. So what I did, I cut the stems very small, like in half. Some of the stems I had to cut in literally into 3 pieces. And this is what I got out of it. See? These are all the things I got off the stem. See? All of this right here. This is good if you have your farm or your little vegetable garden. These things are good to put in, but you don't just throw it at the same time. You let it, I don't even remember the name of what they call it. Organize or whatever to make, you know. So right now, this is how I am doing it. You can take a good look. I hold it together and I try to cut it as fine as ever because I'm going to cook this first. I'm not going to cook it today, you know, but I'm just showing you how to prepare for cooking the beetroot because I did beetroot the other day and collard green. You know, in Africa they call it skumawiki. We call it collard green.
No.
Anyway, please allow me to... Kale, whatever. Yeah, kale, right. They call kale skumawiki in Africa. All right, so this is how we do it. Very fine, very, very fine. As fine as you can. And this can cook for about 10 minutes. Yeah, 10 to 15 minutes first, and then afterward you can do the leaves. So you see, I have to be very careful because this knife is very sharp. Very, very sharp, and I am so bad lucky with my fingers. Always be cutting up myself. So I have to be very, very careful. All right, see? See, that's why I make sure that I cut it in half so it won't be too long. When you cut, it will be just fine, you know? All right, so you see now? Look at this. See how it's cut up real nice and fine? There it is. Yeah, just like how you do callaloo, if you're Jamaicans or other people who know what is the name of callaloo. And what I'm going to do now, I'm going to put this into a Ziploc bag because I'm not cooking it today. So I'm separating it. So this will be cooked by itself first with my onion, with some of the onion, scallion, garlic, whatever goodies you got. You know, red pepper, whatever you want to put in it. You don't have to do those things if you don't have it. Whatever you have, a season, you can just put onion alone, you know, and that's still fine. So all of this right now will be put into here. And then what I'm going to do later on, afterward, I'm going to finish rinse off the leaves. And then I'm going to cut up the leaves, let you see how I do it. And then I'm going to put that into another bag. So I'm pre-making it, you know. So this way when I'm done, I don't have to worry about a thing. So here it is in this bag right here. I'm going to put the beets back away. And let me show you something. This is the beetroot. This is the beetroot leaf that I have here. There it is. So it's already washed. And wash off all the sand and everything off of it. And it's soaking now. It's finished soaking. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to rinse it off and then let it drip off and then I'll get back to you. Okay? Well, I am back. So I finished wash the leaf, which I showed you. This was what I have, was the stem from the leaf. And I cut it up, so I'm putting them separately. So I'm putting that along the side because you'll see what I'm trying to do, because I'm not cooking it today. I'm just making preparation that I can do tomorrow or another day. So this is the leaves of the beets. And the big long stem, what you see I cut and strip, it was from this. So I have about 2 bundles. This is properly washed about 3-4 times because it has a lot of sand on it. And plus, it's not just for the sand alone while I wash it. Any kind of little bacteria or any kind of little insect or so that stays on it, you know, either the baking soda or the salt will kill it. So I already done all of that washing. I'm going to cut this up very small also. I have to be careful of my finger because I'm a woman that tends to cut up my fingers the least lick away, you know. From I'm little till now, I always be chopping up my darn fingers. Some of these leaves are very wide, so when I finish cut this like this, what I will do is just cut it in half again between the ridges where it's there. Okay, so this is the first set. So what I'll do, I'll just do like this, cut it in about 3. Yeah. So I don't have that leaf too wide, you know. And then what I will do now is put it into another bag like this. So this is saving the time I have to be doing it over and over. So I put it in the bag like this. So I have 1 more to go. All right, I already put them together, so it makes life easier for me, you know. See a piece of the stem of one of them that is here. I'll just push it right between you, because sometimes when you're washing, you know, you're gonna leave all these little things. So this is, and what I do, I try to put them like this, leaves to leaves, stem to stem. And let me put this away. It's easy to make, you know. And all you have to do is take your onion and scallion, whatever seasoning you have. You don't have to do the seasoning that I do. Because some people don't like too much seasoning. It will bother their stomach, you know what I mean? And you can just use all natural seasoning. Onion and scallion. If you don't have scallion, that's fine. If you don't have red onion, that's fine. If you have white onion, you do it. If you don't have white onion, you use red onion. Any kind of onions you have. You know, and then what I do now, I just cut it in three again. Because this way now, it makes it very small. And I'll just put it right in here. So some of those stems there, that's okay. Because most of the ones there will be cooked, you know. Much easier. Alrighty. So this is it. This is it. As easy as ABC. There it is. Alright, so that's 6 beets. 6 beets. Let me show you again. There it is. 6 large beets. That's what I have. And that's what came from there. But as I said, I love to buy it when it's like this because I get 2 things out of it. So what I do now, I put this with the bag in there. And since I'm preparing it, pre-preparing it, I'm going to use some garlic, cut it up. I'm going to cut up some onion also. I'll give a few of the broader slice, like that. And then afterward, I just do like this.
You put where you put the knife, Steph. Oh no, don't put your finger.
I know, I have to be careful I cut my finger because I love to cut off my finger. So, since it's vegetables, I don't want this to be too large. I want it to be nice and fine, you know? So there it is. And I'm going to do the same thing with the red onion. I do 2 slices. Nah, I just do the same thing. Don't make no difference. And then I'll just cut it up. Just like that. Whoa, you see? You go, Marie. I have to be very careful with this knife, I'm telling you. Because it's very sharp too. Alright. And then I'll just chop this up in little bits. There it is. And what I will do, I'll just use a little bit of my red or yellow, just not a lot, but just to give it a pretty color. You know, when I'm doing it, I chop some of this up.
So, Chef Marie.
All right, Mr. Bravo. Okay.
Here goes your chef. Chef Marie.
All right. Yeah, I don't want them to, I want them to be fine also, so that's when you cook it up like that, you see the nice beautiful color. But I'm going to put the scallions into one bag, and then I put these red stuff and so on into this. So when I finish with that, I'll show you and get back to you. Well, I'm back, and right now I'm finished cutting up the yellow sweet pepper, the red, the orange, and this one is like a brown, you know, a brown one. So I cut them up in small chunks because I want it to spread all over in it so that it gives the green a nice beauty, you know, give it some color. Yeah. All right, and I cut up about five small cloves of garlic. All right. I'll chop it up a little bit more because I want it fine. Alrighty. So that's my garlic, my yellow pepper, my orange pepper, a little piece of Scotch bonnet pepper. I will not put it with this because I don't want to cook this with that and let it be too soft. So after I cook this first, I'm going to show you. I'm going to cook this first for about 10 to 15 minutes. Then after that, I'm going to throw this in and let it cook for another 5 or 10 minutes with half of this and half of the other one that I have here also, of half of this. And then when it's almost done cooked, within the next 10 minutes when I'm cooking the leaves, I turn around and I throw the rest of the scallions and onion and whatever, garlic, pepper, whatever you want. So these are going to put by itself right here. So this way when I'm ready to cook, everything is all together and Cooper said it. Yes. Everything will be Cooper said it, man. All right, so this is it basically. Ready to cook for maybe tomorrow, if I'm in the mood for that. If not, it's already prepared. By the next day, I'll do it. But when it's pre-done like this, it makes it easier for me, and I will quickly able to do it. Then I have to be thinking about, I'm going to have to do this, do that. So see now, this is the stems. That's the leaves right here that's cut up. Now, this is my red onion, red pepper, all of that and all of that. All the goodies are right in here. I'm going to zip it, close it up, let the hair out, and I'm going to put it in the refrigerator. And everything is ready. Everything is copacetic. And you can use any oil you want. If you don't want to use oil, you can use a little butter, whatever butter of your choice. I love that Irish butter. Let me show it to you. Or the Smart Balance butter. Okay? This one here is the better butter. Kerrygold pure Irish butter. I mainly use this one, and I used to love to use the other one I just told you, Smart Balance. But my grandchildren told me that, no, stop using it, Mom. So I have like a half of that big bucket left, because I thought that was the best one out of all of them, which I still think it is. But they said to get this one, but I used to always buy this. But I don't use it as much. It'd be in the refrigerator for days and days and extra days. But I start using it again. So as soon as the Smart Balance, I don't even know if I'm going to really give up the Smart Balance. But you know how life is.
You have to.
So I'm going to use it. I'm going to cook it with some organic, extra virgin olive oil. To tell you the truth, I have the other olive oil they call avocado oil. I buy about 4 bottles. And I just don't like the smell of it when I cook with it. You know? But Mela decided to get one of this today. He wants to make some mayonnaise. He wants to make mayonnaise, so he's going to use the apricot oil with it. So let's see what's going to happen.
It's good for your
I hope you'll see. Whatever. Nothing like my extra virgin olive oil otherwise. So, and always it's best to buy the ones in the bottle. In the bottle. And to tell you the truth, I'm trying to find the one them with, when you look underneath the bottom, you see some stuff underneath the bottom. They're very expensive, but that's the best kind of olive oil to use. There's all different type, you know. Some come from Italy, Sicily, all those places. But it's hard to find it. Most of the time you find those, you have to go into the Jewish stores. And there was one that they had on Palm Bay Road, but I think it's closed down. You know, maybe it's not doing as great as it used to, so it closed down. It used to have a lot of kosher things they sell in there. They weren't cheap, but they were good stuff, you know. So tomorrow now, or the next day, I'll be just using organic oil. Let it very hot. Then I'm going to take some of half of my onion and half of my, just the onions and some garlic. Saute that a little. Cook down it with the stems first for 15 minutes, 10 to 15 minutes. Depends on how soft it is. And then after that, I'll put in the leaves that I already chopped up, which you see there. And then I combine everything together. And afterward, now then I'll throw the rest of my seasoning in. And that's it. I'll put a little black pepper, a little salt, if I choose to, because most of the time I don't use the salt when I'm cooking with these things. because I use a little bit of the chicken Babylon. Let me show you. Yeah, I use a little chicken Babylon. Forget about the salt. I use this. I love it. I don't care what nobody say about it. I love it. And then I use some sweet basil leaves, cut up. Sometimes I buy the fresh basil a few times. When I keep it in the house, it keeps nice. But as soon as it takes and put outside, it just go to nothing. So I stopped doing that. And then this thing, as I told you all, a lady showed me, Everglades season. This is fantastic. Kick it up a notch. All right. So we put in all of those things in some butter. You don't need to put nothing else. You don't need any salt. Because these things, some of these things have salt already, you know. Okay? You don't have to put butter if you don't want to, but sometimes I'll put a little bit, just a little bit, to kick it up a notch, you know, give it that nice flavor. It's up to you, whatever season you want to put with it. So you can try it, you know what I mean? And even when sometimes I'm doing it, I use a little paprika into it, or I use some of my, what's that again? That we've been using a lot. Cayenne pepper. You can sprinkle a little cayenne pepper in there. And I like to put a little mustard seed. And those are just nutritional things. You don't have to do that. I have mustard seed and I have another one. I can't remember the name of it. Where it is? It's fennel seed. Yes. Yeah, you're cooking with things. Sometimes you use a little fennel seed. There it is. So this is fennel seed. Here. This one here, look at it if it's the right one. Yeah. This one is mustard seed. And this one is cayenne pepper. Okay, you don't have to put all those stuff. But I just put just a little dot of everything. So this is it. Thank you very much for sitting down here and watch me. And sometimes also, if you have a little pimento, you can drop a few pimento and some thyme. You know what I mean? So it's all up to you what season you want to do. But it's best to always do the natural season. So thank you very much. I'm going to put this in the refrigerator now. So, but when I finish, I'll do that. Thank you very much for coming on my live. Or on my, it's not a live. Thank you very much for coming on to my video. This is the lovely Marie. Here she is. Check her out. Isn't she lovely? Isn't she beautiful? Look at her. She is something else, isn't she? Mwah! Radhika for Sky. Baby girl, I haven't seen you in a while. All of you, you know who you are. My baby girl right up here, I can't remember her name right now, I forgot, but she know who she is. And girl, I tell you, you need to send out some more video. And the other one that's in Canada, Empress GTV. Hey, I ain't even saying a thing. I'm done. And all the others, thank you very much for watching my show. And if you haven't subscribed and it's your first time watching me, please subscribe. I'd appreciate it. Give me a thumbs up. Give me a comment. Share my video to Dick, Tom, Jones, and Harry. And all your family and friends. All righty? Thank you very much. And my old motto, as I say, wherever you're going, whether you're going out or you're coming in, ask the Almighty to take you safe going. And when you return, wherever you went to, praise God and thank Him for bringing you back alive. May the good Lord bless and keep you. May His countenance rise up against you and give you peace. This is Maria Mello again saying bye until the next video. Love you like cooked food. Bye-bye.